Hi, welcome to Power of Economics YouTube channel. In this video, you will learn and understand about inflation and how it is measured.
For both petrol and diesel, prices are up by 8 rupees in the last 13 days. Akshay, don't return us with the very latest. Akshay, the fuel price rise continues. It's the 11th high.
Increasing over the past 12 months, a clear indicator that the economy is facing a pretty uphill battle against inflation, with prices climbing the fastest, now the pace in more than 40 years. The Consumer Price Index, which measures inflation,
You might have noticed in the news channels and newspapers that the headline of inflation accelerates in the economy. Inflation is a monetary phenomena. When there is a continuous increase in the general price level over a period of time is called as inflation. Inflation in an economy can be observed after a Great Depression or a disaster, a war, epidemic, and a pandemic situations. There will be a gradual increase in the economic activity after the unbalanced economic situations that accelerates the production, employment, income, savings, investment, and consumption. For example, when a producer restarts his business after a decline in the business cycle, he needs to invest in the factors of production to increase the output, wages, and capital. The producer increases the price of goods and services in the market. So therefore, consumers pay a higher price for the goods and services in the market than before. An increase in the price of consumer essentials like fruits and vegetables, groceries, LPG gas, transportation, electricity bills, petrol, diesel price increases, school fees and college fees increases, and the consultation and medical fees that increases in the hospitals, and various other services also increases during inflation. Before inflation, for rupees 1000, a consumer can consume a cart full of commodities. Therefore, there is an increase in the purchasing power of the consumer. When there is an increase in the prices, that is during the inflation, for rupees 1000, a very few goods could be consumed. Therefore, there is a decrease in the purchasing power of the consumer. This is what is defined by Colborn as too much money chasing a too few goods. There are two main indicators used to calculate the inflation rate. In India, CPI and WPI are the two main indicators used to calculate the inflation rate in the economy. CPI is the Consumer Price Index, which determines how much people spend on the selected basket of goods and services. WPI is the Wholesale Price Index, represents the price of goods at a wholesale stage. Remember that Wholesale Price Index only represents the price of goods and not the services. Meanwhile, Consumer Price Index determines both the goods and services spent on a selected basket. Manufacturers produces the goods and the wholesaler purchase it for large bulk quantities, and retailers purchase a bulk quantities from the wholesaler for wholesale price rate, and consumers purchase commodities from the retailers for the maximum retail price for the required minimum quantity. CPI is calculated in between the retailer and the consumer. To calculate the average change in the prices of goods and services at the retail level, CPI is used, whereas WPI is calculated in between the wholesaler and retailer. To measure the average change in the price of goods at the wholesale level, WPI is used. For example, when a consumer purchases a biscuit for rupees 20, a retailer purchases the same biscuit for rupees 15, but in bulk quantities. The average change in the price of the biscuits at the retail level is rupees 5. a retailer purchased a bulk of biscuits for rupees 15 each, when a wholesaler purchased the same biscuits each in bulk quantities for just rupees 9. Therefore, the average change in the price of biscuits at the wholesale level is rupees 6. Therefore, CPI comes in the demand side and WPI comes in the supply side. CPI is calculated by the Price Statistics Division of the National Statistical Office, comes under the Ministry of Statistics and the Program Implementation, and WPI is calculated by Office of the Economic Advisor in the Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, comes under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. I hope you have understood about inflation and also about the indicators used in the calculation of inflation rate. If you like my videos, do like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.